What's up, guys? It's your boys from Madden.com, and today we're going to be talking about how to stop jet touch passes. This is something that's been in the game. Well, actually, I don't think the actual pass version of this has been in the game. It's just been like regular jet sweeps and stuff. But now we actually have the jet touch pass, which is like a little forward shovel pass to your motioned wide receiver. So what we're going to do, and by the way, shout out to Vic. This is the reason I'm doing this video, is he needs a little bit of help versus a specific jet touch pass. I'm going to try to paint in a broad stroke so you guys can understand how to stop pretty much any jet touch pass, but they're all different. I wish I could just show you one setup and stop every single one, but they're different formations, so you can't really do that. But what I like to do is come out in nickel normal, and then I usually use cover one robber press. I'm going to show you the specific run that or I guess it's a pass technically. The one he's struggling with is gun wing tight jet touch pass. As you can see, I have one call for -41. It's because I like to use that type of play to run out clock. You can probably take off 20 seconds off the clock towards the end of a game. So that's why I have -41. So jet touch pass. And I was just labbing it just a second ago just to see what I can do to actually blow it up as opposed to just throwing bodies forward. And I did come up with, I believe, pinch linebackers. So what we're going to do is hit D-pad right, and then we're going to do left stick down. That's going to pinch your linebackers. And then what you can do over here, since we know that the jet touch pass goes from left to right, you can blitz your strong side safety, or you can put him in a hard flat. So you can do something like this, or you can do this. Or if you start to see him motion, you can just blitz him once you see the motion, because you know he's going to be running the jet touch pass. So what I like to do is I always love to get the full view of the field. And then once I see this little motion from Brandon Cooks, I'm going to blitz this linebacker. And you're going to see he comes right up the gap. Hopefully you have someone fast there so he can really shoot that gap properly. Brandon Cooks is pretty fast, so it's tough, but you know what you usually will have is like a little bit more of an outside contain from Derwin James here, prevent him from getting to the outside. And then you also have the guy shooting the gap to kind of make up for it. And then what your job is over here. So real quick, what makes this jet touch pass so good is that this guy does not follow, which is not good logic. He needs to follow the man in motion. There's no reason that he shouldn't follow the man in motion. But that's why it's so good, and especially out of this formation, because just look at it. We have 8 men on the line of scrimmage versus 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers, that's 6 people, and then we have an outside cornerback and a nickel cornerback. So there's 8 players versus 9. We have 5 offensive linemen, 3 tight ends, and a running back who's actually pretty damn good at blocking, as you can see. So it's a 9 versus 8. So you have to get your safeties involved. Otherwise, you're at a numbers disadvantage. It wouldn't really be the case if that cornerback would follow, but we don't have that luxury, so we have to get a little bit more creative. So I'll show you. We're going to press. Actually, you don't have to press, but we're going to press right now anyways. You're going to pinch your linebackers. Like I said, D-pad right, left stick down. They're not pinched. And then I personally don't like to blitz that linebacker or safety, whoever you have there, until you see Brandon Cooks in motion. So for now, what I'm going to do is put Derwin James in curl flat. So you just click onto him or double tap Y, hit A, and then you're going to do curl flat, which is left stick right. And then you're going to do Y, and then right stick down. That's going to shade him underneath for a hard flat. So he really crashes down without actually having to blitz him. So let's go ahead and snap the ball. You see that he's in motion. Double tap your D-pad right, and then blitz him. I did it a little too slow there. But like I said, you just get a wide view of the field. Once you see the motion, what you're going to do is D-pad right twice, hit A, and then blitz him. So I'll do it really quickly. See him in motion, go to blitz him. And just like that. That's how you blow up this specific jet touch pass. And one thing I'm not doing very well, because I'm a little too focused on what's going on in the trenches, is you have to use this backside safety, because once you see that motion, you know it's a run play. Go ahead, get aggressive, get in the box. So like I said, press, pinch your linebackers, put Derwin James or your strong side safety in a hard flat, and then get a wide view of the field. See Brandon Cooks in motion, blitz him, get involved with your backside safety, just like this. That's how you're going to blow it up. Okay? So you might be asking, what about the other runs in this formation? Well, personally, I don't even know. I'll take a quick look, and then I'm going to look at another jet touch pass. But this should be pretty well equipped for stopping other things. Let's see. We have gun wing tight. You have the inside zone. You have the 0-1 trap, both of which do not have a motion to go with it. And there is not a fake jet touch pass. So when you see that motion, you know for sure it's going to the receiver. You don't have to worry about any kind of handoff to the running back. So that makes it easy. That's against this very specific formation. This is why it's important to know what's in a specific formation and what limitations it might have. I know this formation also is a jet touch pass. There's no fake jet touch pass. It's only the wide receiver one. Okay, so how would we stop this one? Well, it's going to be a little bit different because the alignment's different, but we still have the same kind of principles. So what we're going to do is I'm going to leave the D-line spread. I'm going to pinch my linebackers. And then, well, actually, that might not be the best idea. I'm going to pinch my D-line and pinch the linebackers. And I'm going to hard flat Derwin James. And then once I see the motion, I'm going to get involved. But I'm kind of labbing right now. Okay, so that was pretty good. So like I said, I'm trying to teach you how I approach it. Each time will not be the same versus each formation because it's just there's different alignments. But one thing I actually like about what I just did was I didn't actually press. So what's going to happen is versus this formation, your nickel cornerback or your slot cornerback is actually going to be off the line. And that way he plays more like a linebacker and he can kind of cause some trouble. If he was pressed, I'm willing to bet, we'll take a quick look. I'm willing to bet he does not play the same way. But you see how Derwin coming down in the hard flat is going to draw the attention of the tight end. You can also blitz him. If you really feel like blitzing him, you can. I would only do it after you see the motion personally, because if they're passing out of this set, you want him in a zone. Especially Derwin James, you want him in a zone. So what I'll do is pinch my D-line. So D-pad left stick down, D-pad right, left stick down. That's going to pinch your linebackers. And then what we're going to do is just put Derwin in a hard flat. Actually, what I want to do is show you what it's like when he's blitzing real quick. Look for the motion. You see it. You can get aggressive with your backside safety now. And we're going to see the slight difference between Derwin James blitzing and Derwin James in a hard flat. What you're going to see with the blitz, he's actually just coming straight down. With the hard flat, he's actually going out wide. He has a little bit more of an outside contain because, well, obviously that's his responsibility in the zone. But you see that our slot cornerback is really the one making the play. I mean, Bosa is setting a really good edge here. But the slot cornerback is the guy who's like just shooting it. And this is where you just have to, when you're playing your opponent and he's trying to spam something like this, you just kind of have to come out in this defense and just figure it out with the best setup. I'm trying to give you guys the best tools to succeed. So go ahead and run it again. You're going to see we're going to have the same kind of consistency. Slot cornerback keeps coming in. So what I want to show you now is what happens if you press your slot cornerback. So let's say we just pinch our defense. That brings everybody up. Okay. What's going to happen? Well, I think he's going to get caught up in the wash. And he does, and that's what happens. That's why it's better to keep some guys off the line of scrimmage this year, because more people on the line of scrimmage does not equal better run defense. You need guys who can flow. So I personally like to let me just move him back off. And then we'll see the difference is he will probably shoot. He at least occupies. He really kind of meets the running back in the backfield, and and stops that shit real quick. Alright, so let's go ahead and see if we have any other jet touch passes. By the way, while I'm looking for this, if you guys have any video requests, let me know. This was a video request itself. And, you know, I like the video request. It gives me something. I don't have to think about what kind of video I want to put out myself. You guys can just say what you want. It'll be something that I enjoy doing, and I get to help you guys out in return. So just let me know in the comments whatever you guys need done. Jet touch pass. Cool. We'll check gun stack Y off now. Alright, so this one's gonna be a little bit different because we now have, I think it's, hold on, let me see who does it. Is it the outside receiver? Yeah, he does. Derwin really came down there. So we now have a stack on the left, which means we're going to have our slot cornerback on the left. He's no longer going to be helping us. He's no longer going to be helping us on the side of the jet touch pass. But, you know, this is pretty good defense as is. I mean, it's Cooper Kupp. He doesn't have as much speed as Brandon Cooks. So I'm just trying to think about how I'll personally like to defend this. So what I would probably do is, since we have to pretty much keep our slot cornerback on the left there, is I'll press. Actually, I'll do LB or L1 on PS4 and then left stick down. That's going to pinch everybody. I'll blitz this safety. By the way, I want you to crash up with your D-line. So D-pad left and then slant outside, right stick up. Once you see this motion, you're free to get your backside safety and cheat over a little bit. Okay, so that ended up being really bad, actually. So what we're going to do is leave our D-line spread, but we're going to crash them down. So we're going to press, D-pad left, and then we're going to do right stick down. That way we get rid of the contain. I don't like contains in run defense. We'll go ahead and put Derwin James in a hard flat just for now. And then we'll pinch our linebackers. So what I'm curious about is, well, let's see if we can actually get Jalen Watkins to blitz and blow up. We're going to crash outside now because I want him coming straight down. And I want him to blow up this pass. See if he does it. He doesn't. But this is why we're labbing. This is you. So you have the shell. You have the nickel normal cover one press, which is going to be really good for taking this kind of thing away. You just have to find the exact, I guess, alignment versus the formation they're trying to do it out of. So I'm not having a lot of luck right now in regards to blowing it up, but we'll figure it out. Let's go ahead and, you know what, I actually don't want to do that to him. We'll keep him in man coverage, and then we'll just leave it like this. We'll do it like this. See what happens. We kind of want a little bit more of a wide base here. Derwin came down and really helped. And you're free to get a little bit more aggressive with your safety. If you watch me, I'm really just kind of being passive. I'm just kind of watching and making sure my guys get to the ball, and I'm kind of the last line of defense here. But this was pretty good. This was a pretty good setup versus this specific run. I don't want this video to drag on for too long. Me just kind of labbing in front of your faces. Probably boring to watch. If it's not boring to watch, let me know, because I will continue to do things like this. And if it doesn't bother you guys with me kind of rambling and figuring things out on the fly versus specific things. But yeah, that's going to be it for the video. Any questions, let me know. I covered how to stop 2 of the runs. The 2, well, I guess they're passes, but it's going to be gun. By the way, this is the spread playbook. If you actually want a scheme out of here, we have one on the website, acemadden.com, out of gun, A slot, offset. Okay, gun wing tight, jet touch pass, gun ace, offset. This is not the formation we cover on the website. It's actually this one. This is the scheme that I'm in right now. Very good formation. You can really punish people who like to come out in big dime 1-4-6, just tote all over their faces, and you have good passing plays out of it, and you don't need the route chems. So it is a very good formation. If you guys actually want to check that out, acemadden.com. That's gonna be it for the video. See you guys later.